Welcome to Tail Talk Grooming Chronicles with Hound Therapy, the podcast where we talk all things pet grooming, daycare, academy, and more. Hosted by Shannon and Tanya of Hound Therapy, serving pet owners across North Texas. We're here to share expert tips, hilarious pet stories, and the inside scoop on keeping your furry friends happy and healthy. Our motto, humanity over vanity. And don't worry, we don't bite. Let's get started.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Ever wondered what's inside a professional groomer's toolkit? Spoiler alert, it's more than just clippers and a comb. Shannon and Tanya break down the must-have tools that keep your pup looking fresh and fabulous. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Sophia Yvette, co-host / producer, back in the studio with Shannon and Tanya. Shannon and Tanya, how's it going today?
It's good. Hi, Sophia. How are you today?
I'm doing well. So, Shannon and Tanya, let's meet the groomers. What are the essential tools for professional groomers?
Some must-haves for sure.
Yeah, definitely must-haves.
Yeah. Dremel. Well, it's actually a rotary tool. Home Depot. Keep those nails smooth. And along nail clippers. Metal comb. And depending on the dog, some dogs that have short hair, most people are concerned about shedding, right? So to keep the shedding down, getting your dog groomed every 2, 4, and 6 weeks is probably ideal. Tools that you need to do in between grooming appointments would be to brush and comb your dog, but you want to keep their nails down as well. Because once your nails grow, the quicks grow. Once the quicks grow, then we can only go so far. So what we're looking for is an easy maintenance for when you return here and less hair in your house. A curved slicker brush is great for a doodle with long bristles.
Or even golden retrievers, huskies.
Yeah, those are good for those breeds as well. The shorter breeds can use the same kinds of tools that you would use on a horse, like the Labs and the Vizsla. It's called a shedding blade. And those are really great, especially coming into spring right now, where all of that undercoat is just dumping out of the dog. So those are some must-haves in your toolbox at home for your in-between professional grooming. Professional grooming is a lot harder to do than in-home grooming. Yeah.
What's one grooming tool investment that's worth every penny?
If you have a large dog, every penny for me would be a small Air Force dryer. I would buy a small Air Force dryer so that I can get under that coat. It's a good microscope too, so you can see your dog's skin. If they've got any moles or, God forbid, they got fleas or something, but it blows that out and it's going to help uplift that under hair as well.
I would agree with that. I even have one at my house for my lab.
Just
she sheds like crazy, and
it's quick and easy. If you have to wash the feet, you can turn it on. It's nice. It's a little bit of an investment, but it tucks away in a closet pretty quickly. It doesn't blow out breakers.
You can find them on Amazon too.
You can do them on the floor. For me, that would be a must-have.
Yeah, I agree. So, Shannon and Tanya, have you ever seen a grooming tool and thought this was definitely designed by someone who never met a dog?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen several. Unfortunately, I have somebody here today who actually has a mobile van, and she comes in here, asks for some advice about where to put some things, and there's no storage. The dryers. I've got a lot of doggy daycare places. They don't have a stand dryer. I don't know how you're going to brush out a dog without a stand dryer. They don't have brushes. They don't have blades. They don't provide a space that's quiet so that you can talk. Sound travels just with the little things that count, like having a wall. If you're going to have an open space, you still have to have a noise barrier somewhere, or you're just going to be screaming at your client like, hey. So it's probably the majority, I would say, of the schools and shops that I've seen that you walk in and they've got something that they bought at Petco. Most of our supplies and products that we have, our combs they range at $40 to $75 per comb. Our brushes are, $30 and $40. Our scissors are $200 and $300. Some words, more. We're not buying scissors off Amazon to cut a dog. It wouldn't work. Human clippers, by the way, do not work for your dogs. So if you're shaving your beards at home and you think, oh, my husband has a clipper,
I can give the dog a haircut.
the answer is it's a very different clipper and it will not work. It will ruin your husband's clippers and it's going to more than likely scalp your dog down to a 10. And I see that in a lot of shops, a whole lot of places.
And it's really hard for your groomer to fix it. So, what's the most underrated grooming tool that deserves an award? And no, duct tape is not an answer.
Yes, no, duct tape is not. I have two for me. I don't know about for you, Tanya. Two for me. One, the underrated is just a really good de-shedder. And I like a good de-shedder, getting the undercoat out and having a really good comb. The comb and the de-shedder for me, people, everybody buys a brush. There are brushes everywhere. Having a good comb that has got good teeth, that doesn't rust, it's not coming apart, and then having something that'll grab that undercoat. I use all of those things on my dogs. So I would say 100%, those are my two top underrated. People they come in here, I combed my dog yesterday. With what? And it's like, oh, I use my hairbrush at home. Yeah. And they don't have a comb. Well, they've never seen a metal comb, or I'm afraid that's going to keeping that flow. The hair has got to have a direction to exit out. So if you keep those open in your dogs, then the air and everything can get into the skin to let your dog's hair breathe.
And for me would be a Dremel rotary tool. I like my dog's nails short, like short. So I would just rather, tap them down every couple of days to keep their quicks short and have short nails and not get me and the babies all scratched up with dog nails.
Yeah, it keeps them smooth too. So it does help for scratching.
Now, if you could take only 3 grooming tools to a desert island with a very fluffy dog, what would they be?
Ooh.
Flicker brush, comb, and...
We're in a desert island, you say? I'm going to bring some snacks. I've eaten.
I'm going to bring us...
I would, some shampoo.
Flicker brush, comb, shampoo.
Yeah, I want a clean dog.
I don't want all the sand in my tent or shelter.
Definitely add some treats in there.
Yeah. Love it, Shannon and Tanya. We'll catch you in the next episode. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
You do the same.
That's a wrap for this episode of Tail Talk with Hound Therapy. Ready to book your pet's next groom, daycare stay, or grooming academy tour? Call us at 469-367-0009. That's 469-367-0009 to schedule an appointment. Or visit us online at www.houndtherapy.com. Serving North Texas with expert pet care. Until next time, keep those tails wagging.